Series for North America eRacing League Xfinity Series as we head to Daytona for the Season 2 opener. Some new faces in the crowd tonight. We'll go through that in a moment. Tonight, joining me in the booth, I have Joe. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
Great, man. Can't wait to see what all happens.
Alrighty then. Got Joe. Also joining me, I got Shadowhawk. Shadow, how you doing, buddy?
Doing quite well. I'm excited to call the first race of the Xfinity season with y'all.
All right. Tonight might be, hopping in here and there with pit strategies, so on and so forth. It's K-Bart. How you doing, K-Bart?
Hello. Welcome back.
Alrighty. All right, guys, as we get ready to head on into our first Xfinity race of this season. Some new faces in this series. Our defending champion, Max Booster's moved up to the Cup Series. Coming back this year, though, we have, Swamp, Jagboy, familiar faces, Lights Out. Those guys were playoff contenders last year. Sharp moving down from the Cup Series along with Storm Rooster. So, Joe, what do you think we're going to have looking forward here in the Xfinity Series for Season 2?
So a lot more, I guess, opportunities for people to grab wins. I think one of the guys that I'm kind of looking at is Swamp Fox. Last season didn't grab a win, but, don't be too surprised if he grabs a couple away from what Max got last season. And Lights Out, I think, and would probably be an early season favorite currently, just heading back from last season and how much momentum he had towards the end there.
All right. Shadow, what you looking forward to this year in the Xfinity Series?
I think it's going to be a much more smooth season this year. A lot of familiar faces that we saw from last season. They have all that experience now. On the Season 2, you might see more improvements from guys like Swamp, Ballstick, the guys like that. And see how it Lights Out, see if he can come back and run a good season as well.
All right, guys. All right, that's going to set us up heading into the Xfinity Series Season 2 opener as we wait for that word to join the race lobby this evening. Some things worth noting. The fuel window is 19 to 22 laps. Stage 1 is 14 laps long. Stage 2, 15 laps long. Stage 3 will be 30 laps. So, guys, according to those numbers, looks like they're only going to pit once, barring damage, all night long. Joe?
Yeah, I wouldn't see anything in the first two stages to make a big difference in terms of pitting. But maybe that last stage you kind of coordinate with people who you've been working with to make sure y'all pit together as a group, because the more people you got to pit with you, the better you are in terms of the end of the race. But it'll be interesting to see. Not everybody's worked together with each other here. That's still in the Xfinity Series. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out for them.
Shadowhawk, so first race of the year. How aggressive are you chasing stage points here in race 1 of the season?
You want the stage points for sure, but you also don't want to put yourself in a situation where, you're in 2-3 wide situation. You want to wreck the car. You want to be aggressive at the end, going for the win. But as far as stage points, you do want stage points, but I think there's a certain a line that you can go to see, what you can do to get those points.
All right, guys. All right. Thank you for your insight as we wait for the word to join. We're going to be at a little bit of a break here until we get loaded into this thing.
I think they're just confirming to make sure everybody
My pick to win this evening is going to be Jagboy. Kind of biased. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand.
I like Lights Out tonight. I think he's going to be fast tonight, and I think he wants to win after just coming up short for the championship last season. He wants to start off with a bang.
Joseph?
Man, I'm kind of torn here. I think Swamp, finishing second last season is going to help him out a lot. He doesn't, obviously Penn's in the race too tonight, but I just don't think Penn's going to be in the same situation that he was last season. So I get the upper hand to Swamp here tonight.
Oh, at least I wasn't the only bias pick.
Yeah,
Well,
indeed.
I'll throw mine out there.
Okay, Bart.
I'm gonna go with Sharp.
Oh, Sharp
I'm-
is
I was a
going.
little torn on Sharp a little
Yeah,
bit. I was
I think
looking
he's
at
a
him.
little down not being in the Xfinity series, or not being in the Cup series, and
We were good to join.
I think.
Thank you guys for your picks here as we get ready to load in for this thing. As we might be joining a little bit late here.
I'm excited, fellas. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's interesting to see all these new faces, newcomers, and all these guys. See how they blend in with everybody. Really a big field too. 19 cars. We can see how this works out as the night goes on.
How many slots did he make?
20.
Oh
got-
my God!
Who got the poles? Anybody know?
The 98 car of Austin.
He made 20 slots. I can't get in.
As host team is
Wow.
going to lead down here in the 1. Host team is going to be leading, or am my commentators in? The 4 here, which is LL Penn. So LL Penn's going to shove the 90 up out of the groove here early. So give 2 points to the 98 of host for that stage. Remember, guys, 2 points equals a pole.
K-War should be in. I actually do not have any space to join right now.
I'll back out. You can have it. Since you're... There you go. Go.
Alright, beautiful.
3 wide, cars in the wall.
Got guys in the wall. Wreck already into turn number 1. Them guys are going to go
Caution
over
is
place.
out.
Caution is out. So that's going to leave Penn the leader. With second place being Idolin 97, the 0 car of Out Front Racing. Or no, the 0 is the Ghost. Okay, and the 2 car of Returning Guy Lights Out.
Chasing you, and the 23 car got the worst of that.
Well, definitely a good time to go ahead and get those tire pressures lifted up there while you got this early caution going.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
getting ready to say, Joey, coming down, get 4, huh?
Might as well. No need to, I mean, more than likely everybody's going to pit with you. And if not, you know, that's fine. Still got plenty of time to get back up there, so.
All right, let's get ready to restart him here.
And Idolin's actually going to restart first here. The Ghost on the outside of him.
Lights out on the inside here with the 19 of Young Colt. So some newcomers up in the front of the field here, Joe. As we get burning here on the inside. Looks like this inside line's going to line up a little bit here early, guys. What do you think that outside can do? Long run or short run, would you rather be? Looks like they're a little bit too wobbly here.
I think the short run right now, you want to be on the inside. Obviously, if you got more experienced people that you're around with, you love the outside. But I think just as many new faces are in here, inside line's definitely the way to go right now.
All right, as they haul butt down the back straightaway here. So it looks like Lights Out's going to be in the P3 position as I try to shuffle through to the leader here. As the outside's trying to get something going. I don't think they will be. Idolin 97 leading the charge here early. Newcomer.
Oh, the
19
car
ball.
came from the inside, smacked the 19 car. Looks like a young Colt there.
Yeah, Young Colt's
Yeah,
going to lose the
lose
draft.
that.
It's going to be tough here with the 0 of the Ghost. 0241. They'll call him the Ghost as the season rolls on here with the 2 of Lights Out P3. P4 is the 5 of Sharp. K-Bart's pick. As he'll go to the inside here. Looks like Sharp's going to... Oh, no. Lights Out was able to make it back down to the bottom.
Yeah, I just think right now, if, you know, this early on, there's no need to even try anything. Just kind of keep it straight on the inside line. Nobody, I don't think, is going to make a move until later on in the stage.
Yeah, single file line here about however many
Oh,
cars. Oh, we got
in the
guys in the
grass.
grass, guys in the
Yeah.
grass. Looks like the guys are going to try to make the outside work. It's a Sharp on the outside trying to make that line work with Swamp behind him. Those two guys probably do trust themselves on the outside.
Unfortunately, it looks like
No help, yeah, Joe.
that movement was ball stick actually getting forced down by Penn there into the grass.
All right, his lights out's going to have a run as the top line has actually drew a little bit of organization here. They're going to try to charge on the outside here. Lights out's going to draw even and pass
Wow.
to the 8. Let's see if he's able to pull down. He's not going to be able to clear him.
If they can get another car up there, I think they can get the boost. But right now, just too many cars on the inside line to make that outside work.
Yeah, it looks like 9 Dalton. These guys are lined up pretty good here. Yeah, they do. They're lined up pretty decent here as we roll through the tribal here. Lights out's going to have a run. Question is, does he leave the outside line as soon as he makes the pass? He does not. Here comes the 9 of Dalton, the 5 of Sharp, the 86 of Swamp. Outside, got a good run here going early, guys. Oh, there's the top 2.
They dove down, yep.
Oh, there's some guys. Looks like Swamp got a little bit of the fence there. As it looks like Dolan 97 is going to continue to run on that inside line.
If you're on the outside right now, you're just kind of at the mercy of whenever you can get down to the inside line. Everybody has dove right back down.
As these guys continue to run here, single file as your new leader is the 2 of Lights Out, who made the Final Four last year. He got really hot at the end of last season, guys. Wonder if he learned something heading into this season to gain more momentum.
That's why he's my pick for the race.
Yeah, definitely the experience, I think, comes into effect greatly. I mean, you know, obviously everybody knows that at least from my end, that he's probably one of the early favorites for this season to win the whole thing. But, I mean, if he can come out here and win the first race of the season, that'll definitely put everybody on notice.
Only 2 cars on the outside line there, way back there. They're not going to get any traction. As we're all single file on the bottom, we got a lot.
He ran into the wall after getting make contact with the 98.
Oh,
or it looks like the 22. I'm sorry.
Jagboy in the fence back there is right now running top 5. We have Lights Out leading. Dalton P2, the 01 of OG. We'll call him OG. P3, P4.
That's going to make 5 cars now.
There's the 4 of LL Penn, the 0 of the Ghost, and then Sharp rounding out your top 5 here early. Is the 0. I don't know if he got shuffled out there. Looks like he's going to. Looks like the 5's going to be able to train him here. He's going to have no help on the outside here. Swamp's going underneath them. Host is going underneath them. Jagboy's going underneath them. As yeah, guys, if you dip to the outside there with no help, you're in deep trouble.
And it seems like if you can, I don't know, I think the more experienced people you can convince to go out there with you, but as you can tell, I mean, you just see those 2 cars outside and not really having any momentum. There's really no need to try and help them out and pull them with you because it's going to take them a little bit to actually push you up ahead of Lights Out currently.
As they continue to ride around here, how long do you ride around if you are Dalton here behind Lights Out? You wait till the last lap, try to pull out, make your move, or you just ride around, push them to the end of stage 1 as we are close, man. We are 2 laps at the line away from the end of stage 1. 3 laps, excuse me.
I would think the move happens right now. I mean, you know, Shadow might be able to help answer that question, but I mean, I would have pulled that move maybe right now just to go and get a feel a little bit to see who would go outside with me, but it looks like he's convinced that they're going to do the move on this last lap here.
Yeah, and the danger of doing it on the last lap is, say no, you don't have help behind you. You're going to go all the way to the back, and you don't have any time to try and gain positions back. So I think the time to go is now.
2 laps to go in the stage as they come around. Next time around, there'll be 1 lap to go. So who we're going to crown for our first stage winner here in season 2 of the North America eRacing League Xfinity Series opener.
I just think Dalton's got way too close. I don't think he's going to make a move.
They head through 3. Ooh, we got a guy in the fence around back. 23 in the fence. At 23 this year is chasing you 33. Tough break for him. He's going to fall out of that draft here. Dalton can go a little bit low line here as we come around. 1 to go here in the stage. It's not going to work. We have 1 to go in the stage as they head off into turn number 1. Now is the time, in my opinion, if you want to try to make that move here. Maybe some more experienced guys in the back, Joe, try to make something happen on the outside here.
Maybe so. I think they're all starting to think to themselves, we got to make a move now. And I think they're trying to get that space in between.
Oh, yeah, looks like Penn backed off a little bit here as he's going to head into turn number 3. He's going to have a huge run going off in the 3. Let's see what Dalton does here.
Oh, if he doesn't go on the outside,
Penn's going to push him here. Yep, they're going to head through 3. As Lights Out's going to hold the yellow line. Dalton second, Penn third. They continue to drag here. And it looks like Lights Out is going to come back to the line and win our first stage of Season 2 for the Xfinity Series, picking up where he left off. With the exception... Oh, one more. All right. Yay me.
Wow. I mean, I'm just shocked, though. I mean, nobody is testing the outside line right now. Even though with it being this close to the end of the stage, I mean, I would have just kind of seen if there's a little bit of a feel, especially with how much Penn was actually backed off on second place.
Oh, Dalton blocked Penn below the line here. Yep, Penn was able to get back up there.
And nothing illegal about it, too. Penn knows he can't go down there, so...
Now they come through 3 and 4, and Lights Out is going to try to hold the yellow line here as they come back to the line.
Penn's underneath.
This will crown our first stage winner of the Xfinity Series for Season 2, excuse me. As it looks like it's going to be Lights Out. Penn. Oh, Penn. Oh, wow. At the line. No wreck there. Looks like that's going to be scotch-free.
Will that give them damage?
It shouldn't, but you never know.
Yeah.
Stage 1 goes to Lights Out. So Lights Out will be your stage winner. Dalton, P2. LL Penn,
Mugenfowl and
P3.
Swamp Fox round out your top 5 in the stage.
Alrighty. Thank you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So Swamp picking up where he left off of the stage point. Dalton and Lights Out, both experienced guys. Penn also an experienced guy. So that 0-1 of OG. Raced a couple times last year, I believe. Newer face, though, in the top 5 to get the stage points. So what are we doing for pit strategy here, guys? Quickly.
Same thing. Get it as high as you can go on tire pressures.
Maybe some 2 tire stops by some guys. Yeah, you see Jackboy, the 22, jump to the front.
Jackboy is going to take 2 here. Let's see if he can hold that line here. Is they going to get the restart with the 23 of chasing you on the outside? Ooh, Jackboy lagging already. As they head off.
Ooh, man.
In the 1, he got a pretty nasty lag there. He held up the inside line, held up the whole inside line. It's going to open the top and the bottom for the outside guys. So Jackboy's internet picking up where it left off last season as they head off into 1.
I was going to say, for the outside line, I know, obviously you don't want to be there on the start, but that was actually pretty good with him lagging on the inside line. Gave them a little bit of opportunity to build up a little bit and get a draft rolling.
Yeah, they're going to do that here as the 23 of Chasing You is going to go to the outside of the 22. Here comes Lights Out, Dalton. Them guys work together well in stage 1. The 21 of Rooster. Now, Rooster and Lights Out are buddies, so if they can... Ooh, the 9's on the inside of the 2 here. 3 wide. Oh, 2's going to be the fence. 2's going to be the fence. Is going to cause a wreck, it's wrecking. Yep. Is that enough to bring out a caution? Is it going to be enough?
No caution
here. All right.
Damn.
To continue to drag here. Just sent Bostic through the grass. So as we continue Chasing You, a new guy in the league leading this race. Oh, wreck.
No, kept it
sharp in the fence there. Up, Jaguar lagging again.
Wow.
Oh, man, that's going to cause a big one.
Down the back. Caution.
But that's what happens when you have new faces around each other. If you're not familiar with how each person races, it kind of just has those moments where you don't know if they're going to be able to hold the line or if they're ones that kind of swerve a little bit. And obviously, Jackboy with lag, you can't really control that at all. So.
I wouldn't be shocked if they don't send him to the back here.
So after Jaguar's lag, yeah, we'll see what he does here. I'm pretty sure he should drop to the back. Don't want to cause everybody. Yeah, right around to the end at least.
Try and work
Shadow,
it out.
you dealt with some lag in the Clash.
I did, yeah. Not as bad as that though. At least I don't think. But yeah, I've run some practice laps between then and tomorrow, and hopefully work it out.
All right, as Chasing You is going to be on the front row with Out Front Racing P2. P3 is going to be the 5 of Sharp, and it looks like Jackboy is going to be P4. Looks like he's not going to back out of here. I tell you what, if he lags in the swamp, we're going to hear about it.
Yeah.
So they head off in the 1 here. The inside line has the advantage at this moment. Really hard, guys, on this restarts to keep the car straight. Really bobbling, we'll be getting up to speed.
More than anywhere else.
We see the 23. Yeah, chasing you heads up to the top. He's going to try to control both lines here. As a double zero is going to have a run to his outside here. Let's see if Jagsboy can push. How long do you trust that internet? As it looks like that top line's going to fall apart here. Yep, here comes the 23 up there to block.
Pretty wide. Dalton.
Sharp
Oh,
looked like he
Dalton
went up there
below the
to
line.
side draft a little bit. Dalton's going to leave, put Sharp in the middle. Oh, man. No man's laying there.
Here we go. Sharp's in the fence and a big wreck. Huge wreck.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That's going to be a caution. Negative. All
No
right, as
caution.
we
No
keep rolling here,
caution.
Chasing
Wow.
You is going to continue to lead NASCAR Heat in 704 games with their usual stuff as we start season 2 here. Dalton P2, P3 is going
Just
to...
want to throw it. I was going to say, Ballstick's in third place after getting wrecked on those past couple of wrecks. So, man, just, wow.
Ballstick is on pit road.
Ballstick is in second.
That is the 4 of LL Penn. Is it not? Yeah, it's Penn.
Yeah, Penn is in second.
Y'all might want to check y'all's thing real quick because Ballstick is in second.
I got the 4 car behind the 23.
Yeah, I got 23-4-9-0-1.
That's what I have.
And Ballstick sitting on pit road. Let me go to a stream. Am I
Do y'all
tripping?
not see the 11 right behind the 23?
No.
No.
Good old 4.
I am, no, I'm just really shocked right now because the Ballstick
The 11 is in second according to
a
a stream. Yeah, there's a car there. Incredible. Wow. So Ballstick running the P2 position. All right, I'm going to back out and try to rejoin. I guess I'll call in the stage 2 real quick. No, I'm going to back out now, perhaps time.
I will do the same.
That's incredible.
Like, oh my, wow.
If you're listening, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a technical difficulty here. It appears that we do not have Ballstick picking up on our screen as he runs P2, so we definitely want to get that information to you here as we load
Single
back
file
in.
line still on the front pack here. 2 cars on the outside. Not going to have anything moving the.
As we are loading back in to the NASCAR Racing Experience 300 at Daytona for the Xfinity Series.
Oh, Dalton on the apron. Oh, comes up.
Shadow Jar, did you rejoin?
I am loading in.
I was going to say send me an invite, but alright, moving on. I do have Ballstick in second now, so here we go. We're back here chasing you. Ballstick, LL Penn, your top 5. Or top 3, excuse me. This Ballstick's going to look below the yellow line here. He's not going to make that work. Good job by Ballstick trying to hold it up there as we come to 2 to go at the line this time for the end of stage 2. So good run here for Ballstick after being caught up in some crashes, able to make his way up to P2. They head off the tri-walls. They'll come through here. 2 to go here in stage number 2.
And like I said, I just kind of think that you should, I mean, not fully commit to the outside, but kind of just maybe get your car halfway out a little bit. Just kind of see if anybody's going to direct their car to go behind you. If you see them kind of go with you, just, you know, give it a little bit. But it doesn't look like they're going to do it though. It looks like they're all staying fully committed.
Well, to reaffirm, those guys are teammates. Ballstick and Penn are teammates, correct?
Correct. But I think because they're the only 2 that are up there that I think would push each other, that just kind of makes the decision more difficult. Because if they get past, I think the other guys would take up the top 4 and then they'll both be battling for the last position in the top 5 of the stage.
All right, as we head here into the tribal for the last time in stage number 2, it looks like Chasing You in his debut, doing pretty darn good. We got Ball Stick riding P2, LL Pin P3. Behind him is the 0-1 of OG. So OG trying to get stage points in both stages to start the year. Is that Lights Out I see in P5?
He is not, actually. Lights Out is, probably in the teens, I think, a little bit.
Well,
Yeah, he was
somebody's
involved in that wreck.
Oh, Ball Stick can try to make a move on the outside here. If he can get pinned to push him a little bit more.
Here they come side by side to the line. Oh, it looks like the 0-1's going to get into him.
You got him, though.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Photo finished to end stage number 2 there. As Ballstick's going to come home. Ballstick is going to finish second in that stage.
Wow.
So
Perfect
Chasing
timing, man.
You.
Just perfect timing.
And Storm Rooster was that guy that we were looking for. And LL Pen. So top 3 is top 5 and stage number 2 gaining points. Chasing You, Ball Stick, the 0-1 of OG, 21 of Storm Rooster, and the 4 of LL Pen. So LL Pen getting stage points in both stages here. Pretty big for him.
It looks like Penn kind of, I was gonna say, it looked like Penn kind of stalled out on the push. I don't know if he just got loose or just got hit, maybe possibly on the wrong spot in that push. But I mean, man, he got Ball Stick right up neck to neck with Chasing You right there at the end.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see
close as
everybody
it's
pin
gonna get
here.
right there.
That was a good one. Hopefully we see a finish like that. So we get ready for the restart here. I'm pretty sure everybody came down. As it looks like John out front racing is going to command the lead here on this restart. With the 0 of the Ghost on the outside of him as they head down into turn number 1. John's going to command the bottom, and it's going to be hard getting John off that bottom, guys.
Yeah, no need to even try to work the outside if you're OFR 50 here. I mean, just stick to the bottom. Obviously, you know, the outside line, if you got majority, can work, but this early in the last stage, I think they'll kind of wait up on it a little bit.
Shadow, if you're one of them guys that caught up in one of them wrecks, you have a good race car and on your back, how conservative and or aggressive here are you in the beginning parts of stage 3 here?
Well, it's the last stage, so I mean, you can't guarantee that there will be another caution. I mean, odds are there probably will be, but you can't guarantee that. So you got to go. As you know, as much as you don't want to wreck again, you got to go and just hope that you stay clean.
All right, so it looks like John out front racing is leading. Right about the top 12 here. Out front racing joined Team John Racing TJR in the off season. He has the Ghost. Is the Ghost? Did he join FBGM or is he just in a Flex Steel car, Joe?
Just in the Flex Steel car.
Oh, 3 wide. We got 3 wide here on the back here. They're gonna.
I don't think it's by
Penn's
choice
gonna go to the
either.
inside.
Yeah,
Jackboy's gonna be the inside here. The 0-1's gonna be pushed to the outside. He's gonna be fine. I'm sorry, Joe.
Oh, it looks like Swamp went from below the yellow, just got, super tight. Didn't cause a wreck, though.
Storm Rooster got put to the outside. He's going to get freight trained.
And the funny thing is, sometimes these people that get kind of sent up to the outside, you're wondering why they're going to the outside. It's not because they're choosing to go to the outside. Their car just gets so tight in the draft, it's just sending their car straight up into it, and you really have nowhere else to go, so you have to keep it up there or just have that risk of coming back down and wrecking the whole field.
To Joe's point, Host got pushed out there coming in the turn 1. It's going to get pushed out in turn 2. He's going to be the only car on the outside draft. He's going to go to the back. I'm sorry, Shadow, for cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and sometimes, you know, especially in the middle of the corners, when you get pushed by the guy behind you, sometimes that's what also makes you go up the track. And they're not trying to move you up the track. They're just trying to help progress you forward. But sometimes it'll, make the car tight in front of you and put them out of the groove.
Oh, Jaguar's around.
Wow, played by
Jaguar's around.
Jagboy.
Oh, man. Oh.
Is that going to be a caution?
That's going to be a caution.
As the caution flag flies. So, Joe, it looks like with 18 to go, we are right outside of that window.
You got to pit. I mean,
oh, excuse me.
No other choice. You got
25 to go. 25 to go, sir. So, yeah, if we get the... For 25
I think it's close enough to where I think it's close enough you could probably pit. maybe save enough via the draft, or who knows, maybe get under caution. You don't really have to worry about that. But if it's me, I'm just going to go ahead and pit one more time.
Shadow, what are you doing here?
I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides. I would probably pit here, take 2 tires, cap off on fuel. But I think we'll see a mix of both here. Cars staying out or whatnot.
All right. As we mix of both, and it looks like that's exactly what we're going to have is a mix of both, as it looks like the top, as I wait for the stream, top 5-ish stayed out.
Yep.
So John
And also,
Ooh.
that was not a spin by Jag. It looks like, again, there was another case of lag from him.
All right, second lag for Jag tonight. Unfortunate, as it looks like Out Front Race is going to retain the lead. It looks like the 0 car of the Ghost with Host on his outside. Dalton getting a little bit dirty here. Not dirty, excuse me. I didn't mean it like that. A little bit rough here with the 0-1 on his outside. These restarts are hard, pins into somebody.
And what John was doing, if you're watching the kind of what he was doing there, when he went up high, he wasn't trying to pull the outside line with him. He's just kind of giving a little bit of a pull. But what he was making sure was that the outside line came even with the inside, went back down inside. That way he retains the lead, doesn't have to really worry about the outside line having that push from him.
How about Out Front Racing? Few and far between races last year. Moved down to Xfinity. Kind of fits his schedule a little bit more. Here he is leading in Daytona, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced against John quite a bit. He's had some Chase Elliott luck, so to say, in terms of having races where he probably should have won. But hey, he's leading the race right now. Kind of worked out in terms of strategy for him. I think he didn't pit in that last stage breaks. Just everything kind of working for him right now. Let's see if it works out for him, though.
Shadow, if you look back through the field here, we're single file, 1 through whatever. What do you do? Oh, we got a little bit of lag there. Oh, look, it's going to mess up stuff. Here comes a 5. Oh, the 5's going to go outside 3 wide here around the 98. He's going to be the outside. Sharp goes 3 wide. He's going to have no help behind him. Oh, Host just took the 91.
Wow.
The 11, excuse me.
Host
is going to come back up and save it. That's going to destroy Ball Sticks race.
Wow.
And product of plate racing, I believe. We'll have to take a second look at that. We don't have replay. As Dalton continues to run second here. Dalton's going to have a huge run up on the back of these guys. Looks like he is going to try to get the outside. Out front
if
racing.
I'm Dalton, I'm kind of just, to me, if I've got that big of a run, I'm not really kind of trying to stick with this low line here. There's only 2 cars. If you can convince enough people to go on the outside there just for a bit, you could get past them, but obviously have different decisions than us.
Swamp's mixing up with Lights Out. That's a good battle. I think you should keep your eye on because Swamp's not going to be one to back off of that. Let's see who's going to make the pass. There's a 2's going to get shoved up the hill there. Again, 3 wide. They're going to keep it out of the fence here as they head down the back straightaway. So when do you see, what's your strategy here? Are you trying to run this thing out as long as you can on fuel, or are you trying to pit about halfway, split the run? What you trying to do here?
I think if you're in the back of this pack right now, you can kind of half throttle a little bit, kind of save your fuel. But if you're up front right now, in terms of like John's case right now, you're kind of just hoping for another caution to where you can extend your fuel run. But it's interesting to see, man. Some people know how to save fuel, some people don't. Especially with this many new people, it's going to be interesting. Storm got pushed out of line there a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if the 0's lagging or Dalton's checking up on the entry of these corners, trying to back his entry up. Maybe trying to get a run down the back here, trying to make a move on these guys.
I think it's a bad move on Dalton's part if he's trying to do that now. Although I was going to say I was hoping that he tried the outside, but now that you bring back up the fuel mileage part, it just seems smarter to kind of ride it out now.
Agreed, as it looks like. Is that Penn who's going to get? Oh, that's Swamp. So move Swamp up to P4, Penn P5.
Oh, Ghost looking for the low. Oh, he's going to get forced out.
Oh, the Ghost is going to get forced out here. So Dalton's going to move into P2 behind John. John, out front racing, has controlled the race here in stage 3. Question is, can he make it on fuel, and when will he pit?
Man,
I really do think a lot of these guys are trying to save fuel a little bit because with them staying single file like this, you guys using the draft to their advantage to, be able to go half throttle around the track, try and save fuel. I think, if they were on to stretch it out or, not stretch it out, but go to the end thinking that they can make it on fuel, you'd be seeing a lot more cars trying to pull out and get to the front.
Are y'all on a stream? Can y'all let me know how many laps to go?
Should be 17 right now, getting ready to pass 16 here.
All right, 16 to go at the stage.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think this single file line kind of proves that everybody's kind of the same strategy here. Nobody wants to pit, just kind of ride it out to the end. But it'll be interesting though if you make that run on the outside towards the end, will you have enough fuel to make it run?
Yeah, I think, Joe, to your point, even if these guys do have to pit, what's going to happen when they all bum rush pit road? Are they communicating? Is everybody in the same party? It's easy to run somebody if his host is going to get pushed out of the bottom group here. He's going to go to the back. He shouldn't even fight it, I don't think. The 8 cut off the 5. Or the 2, excuse me. That's going to cause a little bit of a mess back here. 19 Young Colt's going to continue digging here. The 0 on the bottom. And they're going to get it figured out. Yeah, they're going to get it figured out here. So now that might allow the top 6-ish, 7-ish to break out here as we have Out Front Racing leading the race here. Dalton, Swamp, Jagboy, and Lights Out. Oh, and the Penn got forced below the line there. Oh, that's going to be close.
Let's see if he can get that second draft.
That's going to be close. We're going to have to look at that one.
He's not essentially out of it.
And Swamp cuts off Jagboy. Jagboy's going to save it off pit road here, and he does.
And unfortunately for Jagboy, I think he's lost all that draft, so he's got to hope for a caution now.
Swamp pushes his way up to P3 here. So Swamp not taking any prisoners here as we have John, Dalton, Swamp, Penn. And P5, I'm not sure. I think it's the 8 car, which is Dolan 97, with Storm Rooster riding in the 6th position as we approach pit stops here shortly. Question:
If I'm one of those guys without the draft right now, I just think to myself, I might as well pit maybe,
Yeah, I agree.
Because without the draft, I mean, might as well just have yourself a safety net a little bit.
Yeah, do you try to orchestrate if you're in the same party with them guys on how to get pit road with all them fellers?
Absolutely. You got to let them know, hey, I'm going to pull way to the inside, and someone else say, okay, I'm going to stay by the yellow line. Just try and make it as clean as possible. You do not want to run into somebody. You make them speed down pit road, or you can make yourself spin out.
As they look pretty organized through the corners, it's a big old snake down the back straightaway as they all head down into turn number 3. Everybody trying to, first race of the year, trying to work that rust off, trying to hold them lines. Looks pretty good here as John Out Front Racing, having probably one of his best races that I can remember. Joe out front here leading at Daytona.
Yeah, the funny thing is, from another league that we were in, he actually outbeat somebody here at Daytona, the first race of the season there, to win. So don't count him out as somebody that doesn't know how to race at a plate track. But with all these new faces, though, it'd be pretty impressive. As Dalton got into Swamp there. And Swamp is around.
Jagboy's back there too. That was interesting.
Alright, as I missed all of that, but I shared in squares to review it later. So we have Out Front Racing. As Swamp has now disappeared out of top 5. Dalton, Penn, the 8 car of Dalton, I don't know how to say that, 97.
And it looks like the 19 car has come down pit road by himself.
It's going to be a killer.
Very interesting why he did that.
I think he's banking on these guys in front of him to run out of fuel. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless they know something that they're actually more short on gas right now than we do, that's the only reason why I would think you come down pit road right now.
Those Lights Out's going to go around the outside here. The field's going to move to the inside of him. Storm Rooster riding in the 5th position. So, yeah, when do these guys pit, Joe? When do you think, Shadow? When are they going to come, man?
Go ahead, Joe.
Man, I don't... I don't know. Right now, they should be coming to 10 to go right now here. Depending on their fuel, man, I just don't know how close they are. I don't have a fuel read on what they have right now as they're passing Young Cole on the outside. Wow. How they orchestrated that, it's beyond me. But
Well, that's a good job by Young Cole there holding the bottom. Not getting, too nervous or anxious trying to move it up. So good job by him.
Oh, yeah. But I just think if you're going to have to pit now, the earlier the better. But I just don't know off the information we have right now if they're even that far off of making this full run.
Yeah, it kind of just echoed Joe there. I mean, we're not exactly sure how far, some of these cars can make it. But, we'll find out here, and we'll see who peels off and who stays on.
All right, guys, as we are cranking it down here.
And I lost my pick, by the way, so thanks.
Oh, if we got a yellow. If we got a yellow, he'll be back. I don't think nobody picked Out Front Racing for the record.
But I was going to say, I can't. I just think if you're John right now, you're in the worst seat right now. Even though you're in first, unless a caution comes out, there's no way you're making it to the end here.
Yeah, I agree. As you're definitely not making it to the end here. But Storm Rooster has 9 laps remaining of fuel. According to his stream, they're going to come through the tri-oval. Once he gets to the line, I'll kind of tell you where he's at.
Well, yeah, and they've been single file for a while now.
So it looks like he's going to be able to make it here without a caution. So Storm Rooster maybe in the capper. See these guys who stayed out, probably not so much. So who can make it? Who can on fuel here?
Fuel mileage race at Daytona.
Hey man, it would just be so heartbreaking if you're John right now out front, thinking that you've got it made right now, then all of a sudden you just kind of run out of fuel there towards the end, man.
And if he knows right now that he can't make it on fuel, I mean, what's he thinking? Like, what does he have to do to try and hold the lead for as long as he can? Hope for maybe a caution if he can't make it on fuel.
I think that's what he's banking on now, is that there's going to be a caution. There's just no way you can dive down. I mean, you could go to the back now, kind of save a little bit, but I just don't think if you dive back to the back now that you're going to be able to get yourself back up to the front.
This chart got blown by there. He's not going to be able to catch the tail end of the draft. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars in the lead draft here. These guys still have a chance here. Most of these guys could probably make it on fuel. Question is, it does get wild. Who has to pit? Fuel mileage is intense. So we got a pretty good race here, guys.
And even if John does do that, drop to the back, there's no guarantee that he can still even save that much fuel to make it to the end.
I agree. He's got to hold on to that draft too, so it's not like he half throttle anymore. Because most of the guys probably during that whole run were kind of maybe half throttling, and then now they're not half throttling anymore. They're good to go. So it'll be interesting to see. If you're Dalton right now, I mean, you're in the prime seat to take the lead. Then you're also in the prime seat to get hit if he runs out of fuel right in front of you.
Yeah, as this line gets more disorganized here, as Out Front Racing continues to lead.
Here
comes Out Front. Out Front is coming.
There he goes. He knew he was short.
So Out Front Racing is going to come. Looks like he is going to have some help here. As it looks like Host is going to pit. Out Front Racing is going to pit. 2 TJR teammates coming down pit road together. As that will turn the lead over to
Dalton.
Dalton right now in the lead. Pins in second. Idon is in third. And the 21 of Rooster
is in fourth. All right,
is
guys.
Is that the 23?
23 is on the... Is that him? Behind him, yeah.
Yep. So 23 is in fifth. So
good job by chasing you.
Your stage 2 winner is right there in fifth. So he might be in the prime.
Oh, here comes Dalton.
Pulls out to go pit. Wow.
Yep, here comes Dalton.
Behind him.
Is that Ghost?
I don't think they were all half throttling. Storm Rooster right now looks to be the best candidate right now.
I think Ghost sped there, guys.
Yeah, I think so too.
So now that turns the lead over to
Penn
leading. Can Penn save enough fuel? We got the 4, the 8, the 21 here. Only about a 5-car pack here.
And that's going to affect Dalton because now he doesn't have a drafting partner coming out pit road.
Oh, Penn kind of dove down a little bit too early there, kind of holding that little drafting pattern. I don't know if he did that intentionally, but just kind of a little too early. Only had 2 cars clear before they got in front of John.
Swamp Fall.
LL Penn trying to go back-to-back at Daytona, guys. One last
If he
year.
saved enough, really impressive, man.
So we got the 4 of Penn, the 8 of Dolan, 97. Oh, wow, that was close.
Wow.
21 of Storm Rooster. Looks like behind him we have the 23 of Chasing You, and behind him we have the 0-1 of OG. So that's your guys in the lead draft. Can these guys save enough fuel? Looks like whoever came out the back straightaway is going to stay high up here. Oh, Chasing You's going to try to.
This ball stick.
That's not going to be a good idea.
Oh,
He's going to get a
Good
draft.
idea. Ball stick was going up to avoid the front pack.
Yep.
But I think
So
that,
Chasing You's going to
proves
get back down. And Chasing You
think that
might lose
proves
the
that-
draft there. Well, he's going to be able to hold on the ball stick there. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Shadow.
No, I was just saying, I think that proves that he's good on fuel. He's making moves like that to try and get to the front. So I don't think that's a worry for him.
They continue to drag down here the front straightaway as we have 4
2 to go.
2 to go. 2 to go. Thank you, Joe. 2 laps
They
to go.
should
Can
be.
Penn hold on?
They should be within their window right now. Ball stick is 2 to the good, and he's a lap down in front of that pack. So they should be okay as long as they stick to the inside line. But I don't know, man. It's about to get dicey here in a little bit.
All right. So we got the 4 of Penn, the 8 of Dolan, the 21 of Rooster, who's went down to the Xfinity Series from the Cup Series. 0-1.
Ooh.
That 11 car there
he
is
got the
lap
8
down.
car a little messed up there.
All right, this will give him a huge run on the forward as he wastes this run as we have 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Oh, gotta run.
Here in the opening race of the North America eRacing League Season 2 Xfinity Series, this Stormers is going to pull up on the back of Penn. He has minimal help out back. It's going to have to be a one-on-one move here. Stormers are pushing up on the back of Penn. They're going to head down the back straightaway as long as Penn can hold it here.
Oh my gosh.
Do you back
Does
up
he
here?
have enough fuel? Do they all have enough fuel right now?
So they're going to head off into turn 3. Penn's going to hold the bottom as he should here. Storm Rooster P2.
No push from outside. I don't know. I think it's Penn's day again.
Oh, Penn moved up. Penn moved up. Here comes Rooster to the outside.
Help.
Oh, Penn threw a block.
Oh,
Penn's going to, and that
The outside.
should
Penn's
give
gonna
Penn
win this
the
again.
win. Penn's going to give the win. That should be second to OG. Third, Chasing You. Wow, what a finish.
wow.
Very similar to the Clash.
Yeah.
Jim got in the K-Bar.
All right, so LL Penn is going to get the win. OG. Storm Rooster did come home 4th. Chasing You 3rd. And the 5th goes to Host. So good run there by Host coming home. P number 5 is dramatic finish there, guys.
And I guarantee Storm's not in the best of moods right now. After that.
As we're going to try to get LL Penn, our winner, in here. Finish second. OG, I don't have him as a friend. Can one of y'all work on that? As I work on getting... No, I need OG. Me neither. Gator. Oh, already invite. All right, word. Thank you, whoever did that. As we try to get our race winner in here. As I'm sure we're going to hear some more about that finish as the night goes on. Be sure to stay in the Twitter. But as it sits, LL Penn is the unofficial winner. As we wait for him to get in here. His back-to-back win, second win in Daytona in a row as he won the opener, the inaugural race of the North America eRacing League, the whole series. He got that victory last year at Daytona after pushing Keenan through the infield. And now he joins us. LL Penn, man, congratulations. Huge win back-to-back at Daytona. How you feel?
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but I'll take it.
All right, man. How was that? I got to ask the question there. That kind of looked a little sketchy there at the end. How'd you feel about your block there?
I wasn't too proud of it. I had no tires. The gas was about done. Like I was kind of trying to block too wide there, and my tires were pretty much gone, so I had no traction left going into the corners. You'd be surprised how much you lose. But I do feel bad for Storm, I believe it is. That's not how I want to start the season, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. From someone who makes a questionable block to win a race, take it from me. You got the checker flag. Joining me in the booth tonight, I got Joe. Joe, anything to add, buddy?
Yeah, man. Congrats, first off, Penn. We were all wondering how the whole strategy there towards the end with the fuel mileage and everything was going to work out, but you made it work, man. Was there any kind of afterthought during those last few laps where you thought that you were going to be short to make that move, man?
Oh, I thought I was short the whole way. And then I was lucky enough to have a couple cars in front of me and a couple cars behind me, so I just let them do all the work. And then I was literally off the throttle every couple seconds trying to save it as much as I could. And then that gas light came on. I was like, shit, here we go. Oh, too late now.
Well, congrats again on the win. I kind of, I got to say about the whole wins thing, kind of iffy block. But again, congrats. It's last lap at Daytona, but I'll pass the mic along to Shadow, who has any questions for you, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, Penn. Best way to start out the season is to win the first race, and you have just done that. So good job there. What does this do for your confidence going forward the rest of the season?
It definitely helps, that's for sure. It's I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's get the first win of the season out of the way. Now you can just kind of like ease your way into the other races, like take your time, work some strategy, some adjustments and setups, and like kind of test the waters, I guess you should say.
Yeah, definitely understand it there. Well, good job tonight. Come home with the win.
Thank you.
All right. Congratulations, LL Penn, back-to-back winner at Daytona. You also got the one at New Hampshire, which was a huge upset. So your third career North America eRacing League victory, man. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to before you hop out of here?
Just to my FBGM brothers. Give all of them a shout-out for helping pushing with me and pushing them, and kind of sucks we weren't able to do a 1, 2, 3 finish, but it is what it is. And I told you, Gator. I told you I was gonna fucking do it.
All right, as LL Penn has to put $2 in the cuss jar now. We appreciate you, LL Penn, and we'll check in next time, brother. As we're gonna send OG invitation here, try to get him in here. As I'm making sure his stuff is I think he made 1 or 2 appearances. No? Yeah. Gator. Quick yes or no would be nice. Nope. All right.
Of what now?
Has OG ever raced in the North America Racing League?
No.
As here he is in his first North America eRacing League start, coming home P2. OG, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
All right, man. Came home second, man. What'd you see from your seat, and how was it this evening?
It was exciting, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. It was a one-time thing. Like, every single race you go through, it's totally different. This one right here at Daytona, it's the most exciting race ever.
Well, all right, man. That's good to hear. Joining me in the booth tonight, I got Joe. Joe, any questions for our second place finisher?
Yeah, man. Congrats on your second place finish. Obviously, the end there was kind of determined by fuel mileage, so obviously you had to save. But my question was, did you think you had anything to make that last lap move there to win the race tonight?
At the last pit stop I made, I was talking to Rooster about making a move on Penn, but I told him that if I do make the move with him, my tire's most likely going to blow out because it's at 3% on that last turn. But I was going to go out with him, but Penn accidentally slammed him or whatever happened, and that just rounded up all the momentum. So.
I got you, man. Well, congrats again on your second place finish, and I guess I'll pass along to Shadow here, who has a question for you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Good start to your NARL career with a podium finish there, second place. Congrats on
Thank
that. What does this do for your confidence going forward? I asked Penn a similar question, but you being your first season, what does this do for your confidence going forward?
It builds momentum for me. It builds momentum about how I could race other people. It shows how differently other people will start racing me. I just get to see how everybody races each other. So it's going to be a lot more easier for me later on now for all the races.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, best of luck going forward, and good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, OG, congratulations on your first start, your first second place finish, man. Good luck as we head on throughout the season. Long year ahead, man. Hopefully you're ready.
Thank you. Me too.
All right, as that wraps us up this evening. Guys, anything to add on this wild night at Daytona?
I'll say, although there was a handful of like single car or two car wrecks, thought it was overall clean, and can't wait to see what they do next time they come out and race. I think their next race is at Atlanta, so be impressive to see how they do at a mile and a half next time.
Shadow?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty solid race. We saw a few little incidents there where just kind of little unnecessary moves or whatnot, but for the most part, it was pretty good, and came down to an exciting fuel mileage race in the end, and had a pretty good finish.
All right, my next question to Joe and Shadow. Y'all ready for the Daytona 500 tomorrow?
I'll let Shadow answer first. I've taken the lead on all those questions. I'll let him go first.
Well, let me put it this way. This is the biggest race that I am ever going into and will ever be a part of so far, and I guess you can call my racing career. Fortunately, I don't race in real life cars, but as far as console Heat 4, this is definitely the biggest race I've ever going to be a part of, so I'm hoping for the best.
All right, Joe, your final Daytona 500, buddy. You excited, nervous? What are you feeling?
Excited, obviously. Just the amount of people that we got up in the Cup Series this season is it makes even that much worthwhile. We always talked about all night if the outside line was going to work. Tomorrow is going to prove that a lot of us are more willing to go up there and work up there instead of the inside line. But it's great. It's we're all trying to make sure we stay clean in the Cup Series, and I think you're going to see a great show tomorrow. And luckily, Avenged didn't have to call this race. He gets to call the best race tomorrow night, so I can't wait for that to happen.
All right, as Joe said, Avenged is going to have your lead call at 8:45 p.m. Eastern as the North America eRacing League takes the second season Daytona 500. Defending champ, I believe Killam won it last year, correct?
Correct.
Killam, defending champion as we head into the second Daytona 500. So tune in, 8:45 Eastern tomorrow. Be there, be square, and hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Catch us on Wednesday for the Xfinity Series at Atlanta. Y'all have a good night. Take care of each other.